Hello 7th grade. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you a two-part video series on how to make our clay mask. So the first part, what we're going to do is this. We're going to go ahead and we are going to create the shape of it and we're going to start scooping it out. So to do this, we're going to start with a chunk of clay, very much like you see here. And we want to get this chunk of clay into an egg shape. To do that first, we need to wedge it out. If you remember, wedging gets rid of the air bubbles and also gets kind of a uniform thickness kind of throughout your clay. So that works pretty good. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of wedge this out. All right. Then once we have this wedged out, okay, all right, then what I want to do is this. I usually just take kind of the heel of my hand, all right, smooth out some of the cracks, and I just kind of mold it, form it, and shape it into this egg shape. Okay, we're just going to mold it, form it, and shape it into this egg shape. Okay, now, once we have this done, okay, all right, and this is actually a pretty decent egg shape, then what I want to do is this. I want to go ahead, okay, and I want to go ahead and pound it down. And as I do this, too, apologize, the camera's getting a little shaky, but that's all right. But I'm going to go ahead and live it thicker in the middle. It's going to gradually get thinner on the sides. So we're just going to go ahead, pound this down to the edges, okay, and so it should get a little bit thinner, and it'll start getting a little bit wider as well, okay, so you're going to have it get a little bit bigger. So we're going to go ahead and kind of do this. Now, once we have this, okay, then what we want to do is we want to scoop out the back side of this, because right now it's way too thick. So we want to go ahead and scoop out the back side. So I need to go get some paper towel and a spoon, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I've got my spoon right here, and I've got some paper towel. And what I find is that if you use a spoon to kind of scoop out the back side of this, it works a little bit better. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead, scoop this out. And if you go kind of in a circular motion, too, that really tends to take the clay out a little bit. What you want to look for is you want to get the clay thickness of your mask to be roughly about a ½ inch, okay? If it's a little bit less than that, that'll be fine. A little bit more, that's fine too, but you know, roughly approximately about a ½ inch. Now we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna keep our clay that we scoop out from here, and we're gonna use that to make the designs for the front part of this. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop out a little bit of the bottom here as well. All right, it's almost like kind of carving out a pumpkin here. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of take a little bit more through here. And then once you have this done, okay, this actually, wow, this one actually scooped out really nice. Once you have this done, then I want to go ahead, just take your finger with a little bit of water, and you want to go ahead and smooth out a little bit of this inside. So I'm going to go ahead and take my fingers, a little bit of water, okay, and just kind of smooth out. Don't use a lot of water, though. You don't need a lot of this, okay? Get some of the edges really good and through here. That's kind of necessary as well. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of smooth this out really good. Boom. And this should be pretty good. And this, I would say, is a pretty good thickness. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to keep this, going to put this to the side, okay? And we're going to go ahead and cover this up really good with a damp paper towel, plastic bag. We're going to save it for our next part 2 to show you how we're going to add additional things onto this.